I am Benji Wild, and I'm back again to chat to you about the ever fascinating Jay Slater case. I just want to clear up a few myths and a few things that I've seen in comments, a few things my old mate Angry Duncan with a 1-inch truncheon have said, just some general things that I was thinking about over the last couple of days. First one is that somebody said, I have been told by the fellas named Chris and Luggy to shut my mouth, or I've somewhat been silenced and told that I can't have the narrative that there was foul play anymore. I just want to assure you that I couldn't give a flying fudge what anybody says, let alone Chris and Luggy. But I will say that out of all the people I've communicated with in regards to the Jay Slater case, those two have been the most decent. You know, some of the things Luggy says online, I struggle to read. I think he speaks in riddles a little bit, but I guess that's part of the art, part of the mystery of Lord Lugwim. I don't have a problem with him. I don't have a problem with Chris. I think they're all right. They've been all right to me, at least. I'm sure some people would say that they're this, they're that, but would those people be the kind of people that have spent weeks slagging them off and trolling them online? Because quite frankly, when people like Duncan are going around spouting people's names and running them through the mud, I don't see why anybody would give him respect. And he certainly brought the worst out of me. In my last video where I spoke about him, I was actually pretty vexed. I was pretty vexed, and there's no need to be. So that's the first thing. Nobody has told me to change my mind. Nobody has put anything into my mind. I do not know Luggy or Chris. I do not know them. I've never spoken to them on the phone. I've never spoken to them anywhere. I've only ever spoken to them in public conversations on YouTube comments. I've never spoken to them in private. That's what I was going to say. So I don't know them. And aside from things that you could go and find and read right now, I have never communicated with those gentlemen in my life. So that's the first thing. The next thing is Duncan Smith saying that I keep changing my mind on what I believe to be the truth of the case. That's not the truth. I changed my mind once. I've changed my mind a few times on other things, but that's because I'm using logic and reasoning to try and use the evidence we have to see what happened. I'm not jumping to conclusions and pointing fingers at everybody like you do. I'll explain in a bit more detail why I changed my mind. From the moment Jay went missing, I absolutely was convinced that something had happened to him. Somebody had done something to him. When all of the hysteria on Facebook and TikTok and Twitter, just social media in general, began, there was some things that were said, like there was that message from somebody. There's a post put up on Facebook by somebody who claimed to know Lucy and work in the drugs world with Lucy, and that seems a bit suspect. Oh,